This is my first official YouTube video that I'm going to post anyway. To my new channel, Planting with Shawn. My name is in the title, Shawn. Alright, so I started this journey about 2 years ago because I bought a jade pothos plant, and the low maintenance that it needed, I succeeded in it. The plant instantly took off and I was proud of it. Along the journey, it has been a couple of plants that I have lost, as well as a couple of plants that have exceeded expectations. It's so many different ways that you can maintain a plant to get it to its full potential growth. I have bought plants from the same store on the same day at the same time, brought them home. One plant has exceeded, the other plant has died. So I don't really think a green thumb rule actually applies, does it? The first plant that I started with again was a jade pothos. It's a very old plant. It's one of two common name household plants. You have a pothos and then you have a philodendron. Those are two very good beginner plants that you can get from your big box stores. Your big box stores are your stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, grocery stores. These are just stores that carry plants but doesn't necessarily specialize in plants. As you begin to do your research, you'll learn about your nurseries and your common places to go to get your special variety of plants. Those prices can vary and they can go up. If I could just give you a little bit of advice, is that go with something that you actually do like and don't fall in love with the price. Just because it's priced real high doesn't mean that the plant is more special. Sometimes a lot of these places can overprice plants. Another little hack is when you go to these big box stores, sometimes the nurseries will drop these huge ticket plants just to get rid of them. And so I have gone into the stores and have seen a $100 plant listed for like $14.99 or $15.99 because the stores, they don't care. They just want to get rid of it. All right. So to give the backstory of my jade plant and to why I started this channel really was because the plant, it has started dying. After the holiday time, originally I had bought the plant to fill in a gap on the counter and to make the house look full. Well, after the holiday time was over, I needed my counter placed back. We lived in a townhouse, which was very tight for room, especially with 2 kids. So I bought a hanger to be able to put it over top of the window. After I put the plant over top of the window, the plant instantly just took off. And it got to the point that the vines got so long that it started almost growing into the sink. So I had to move it. My idea of moving it was to leave it where it was at as in the window, but I just took the vines and I wrapped them across on top of the cabinet. It was no lights in there. So within 2 months, that plant died all the way back down. I called my Oma, which is my grandmother. I called her to tell her what was going on. I sent her a picture of it. She was like, okay, we're gonna have to cut this plant back. And I was like, oh no, I do not want to cut my plant. But it had already died to the point that it almost started with. So she told me to get it cut between the bumps and put it in water and it would grow. I now know that this is called water propagating, and the little bumps on the vines, those are called nodes. So we cut between those and we put them in water, and roots will start to come from. Now it doesn't work on every single plant, but again, philodendrons and pothos are very, very, very easy common house plants, so it works on these plants. So that's why I'm leaning towards you buying those. These plants are just, they're simple. They're not going to get much easier. Long story short, we propagated them and I was able to stick them back into the soil, and I have a fuller plant. Voila, I'm back again. So just that little bit of knowledge helped me build a confidence. Now, I will say, not all plants are worth saving for your sanity. Sometimes you got to know just when to let it go. But if we can keep it, we are going to keep it. I'm starting this page to be able to share my ups, share my downs. When I was first trying to get into this hobby, I've seen so many videos of successful plant people, but I didn't feel like none of the plants were plants that I was actually into or actually into buying. What I specialize in is common plants that you can get from basically any store and making them look good. Now, I do have a couple of special plants that just come with the hobby of want to see what else is out there. I hope that this plant channel can serve as that you don't just have to follow my way or their way. You can create your own way. Thank you for your time. I'm going to give you a quick video tour of my plant room, and I look forward to seeing you next time.